Richard? Richard?
Yep, and as said, I can't do melee here, so I will be using my firearms. And here we go. So, yep, the lab has seemingly exploded, and at this moment at least, we will have no idea why. Looks like there's a lot of casualties here. And here we'll get a glimpse of, well, this jerk, who just loves the Bioshock ability to just, you know, throw people in the walls, all a Big Daddy kind of thing. You probably might notice, I believe I do have my highlights on. So you'll see his yellow clothes. That's actually stuff I can interact with. The reason I keep those on is when I first saw the trailers for this game, I thought that was the worst idea ever. Until I realized many, many items that would have been easy to interact with in the original game is not so much here. Now, first here you're going to see our first little bit of combat. There are a couple guys through this wall, which you can actually see them, I believe. You can't see them through them. I was wrong. So, the big thing is this is a cover-based shooter. It uses a lot of stealth. There's usually multiple ways to get to an objective, but as you can see right here, I can do stealth, and I can spacebar, and he'll actually jump sides here. So I'm going to flip this open, and okay, there's no one here yet. I was wrong on that. And then I'm going to get off the wall, and if memory serves, they should run up right through there. I'm going to do something that's a little stupid, which is just sit here and just camp that corner. I'm going to run out of ammo and die. If I run out of ammo and die here, I'm really sad. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, this opening part, because you have no augments, nothing like that, does not have a health bar. You sort of have to go off the bloody screen way of telling your life, which really, really stinks. That was one of the small things that bothered me when I started playing, because I was afraid of that sort of thing. However, start off with that, and there we go. Just to make up for that horrendous earlier moment of me literally jumping into their bullets, essentially. Go through the door. Sorry. I was just looking over there to see if there's anything hidden, because they like to hide a lot of stuff. This game does capture the feel of the original Deus Ex Human Revolution really well. However, you know, of course there's differences. The original Deus Ex was made much long ago. No, a long time ago, and this was made back in 2011. Right there is the reason why you just press buttons instead of waiting to get shot and then press buttons. Never understood why I just didn't open it. I should have a number of guards coming through a store that I'm going to have to take out. I'm supposed to be using the cover-based shooting here, because you can actually hold it and actually go around corners, which lets you move around and get a better tactical position. Of course, you have unlimited ammo in this tutorial, because, hey, it is extremely tutorial heavy. There's no stealth segments, there's, oh shoot, no real other way of doing it than actually aggressively going for this. You can actually blind fire, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to hit a dartable thing when I'm doing the blind fire, mind you. That was a flashbang grenade he just threw. But it is a good way of keeping people in cover, because the AI will actually stay in cover if bullets are flying near them. The AI in this is fairly smart. I say fairly because there's some moments where I just stare and go, did you really jump into my bullets? And right here, we're going to hit another cutscene.
Shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
And here we're going to watch ourselves be refilled. A number of credits, of course, going as well. Apparently, technology in the future can let you recover from a straight to your middle of your forehead headshot. Go figure. I was unaware that's how things were going to go. But now I've got this little thing where they're just going to sit here and go, oh, look, you're being augmented. Just going to talk a little bit about what I plan to do with this. As I did say, it was a melee-only run. When I say melee only, it is only the takedowns. Again, I'm repeating myself there. Because there are no other melee options in this game. You will get a bunch of guns ranging from energy weapons to, your pistol, to a rifle, to a gun that quite literally just shoots out a concentrated blast of knockout energy. And you don't get any melee except for your arms, which you will actually see me use quite a bit. Which can be used to either murder or knock someone out. If you do knock someone out and leave them alive, they actually will be able to be resuscitated if you let their teammates get to them and let their teammates take the time to wake them up. That also can be used in strategy, where you can knock them out and then let their friend go up, try to revive them, and then knock their friend down. Doesn't work if there's like 3 or 4 people though, because of course you'll get yourself shot up. But as you'll see, there's a lot of cool things in the augment trees. You won't really be able to use many of your augments early on, because until you get your first praxis point, which is halfway through the first level, you actually do not have access to anything but your heads-up display, your regular melee attacks, and your life bar and everything like that, which head-up display. And it's it, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Really great game. Absolutely love it, and I will be continuing, of course, to play this more and more as we go through the series. I was going to wait for it to load. One thing, I will not be doing a 100% run of this game. Not that I couldn't, but it does take a long time, and I would have to not be doing a melee-only run, because I would need my points to go straight into hacking, rather than melee, which is where a lot of my extra points are going to be focused. As you can see, they have the Big Brother cams. Yep, lovely reference there again. This is actually the interior of Seraph Industries, which we didn't get to really see much of. And here we are, Adam Jensen. Fully augmented, fully ready for everything. And, of course, completely necessary to everything you ever need. Retractable sunglasses.
Adam, it's David. You in the building?
Just entered the lobby.
Sorry to pull you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the 2nd floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's
Nobody
lives
really
are at
likes
stake.
Frank. As you did here, we are having a bit of an issue with our wonderful, wonderful HUD here, so...
About time. What happened?
Yes,
Get
yes,
stuck
I
in
did.
an air duct on the way over?
Again,
Yeah,
making
nice
a
to see
reference
you
to the
too,
fact you
Frank.
can use stealth, and air ducts are a very good
Something's
way to
wrong
run
with
around
my
people
display.
and just completely
Fix it.
dodge them.
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might too. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Medical data, aka, hey look, your health bar in the top
Your
left.
Seraph is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages.
And that's why no one likes you.
Actually saved.
I'm actually going to try to play him a bit of a nice guy. It's just the way I always picture Jensen
Lucky for you, I'm gonna...
in that way, because he does seem very overprotective, but he also seems that guy who really wants to put others first. And even though Pritchard is an absolute jerk of a person who no one likes, and it will not let me melee him or hurt him in any way. Trust me, I've tried everything I can think of. He's not an inherently bad guy. He just has quite a bit of a superiority complex. As you see here, this is a multi-level building, and you'll actually see all of these things do have keypads. You can hack your way or sneak your way into most of these building areas to find some extra goodies, and items that
Adam,
you would not
I'll
normally have
close you
access
to
to.
the helipad.
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare.
Yeah,
Meet me
when
in
I
the
say there's
chopper.
actually
I'll brief you as we
multiple
go.
ways to go to anywhere, I could have gone up and to the left, or I can take this service access to the helipad. I also could have walked over there, which would have let me go there. Great level design. You know, of course it looks pretty because everything's got to look pretty nowadays. But it really is just a great feeling game. I should probably go talk to her. I know I haven't talked all that much in this one, but we've had a lot of dialogue, and we're gonna have some more. So.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you, 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Seraph wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take
Let's
off,
go.
the better it will be for everyone.
As you can see, there's a little EXP
Great.
meter there on the
Then
right.
let's get airborne.
Whenever you hit 5,000 EXP, it doesn't matter how high level you are, quote unquote. It'll give you another praxis point to put into your skills. You can also buy praxis points, which is absolutely amazing because it lets you, if you save up your money rather than spending it on good guns, you can get extra abilities instead. Praxis points are extremely expensive, but of course, they're very much so worth it. I'm not sure what I feel about all these pre-rendered cutscenes. Some of them really do add stuff, like you saw with, right there, I just got into a ship when we flew off. I could have just walked in, had me sit down, and you could have had a little cut of that flying.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
Now, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam, I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go...
Right here, I
what
did tell you I was doing melee only.
Lethal?
I also said that I was going to use guns to defeat the bosses, so I'm going to get a very powerful early starting gun that's not going to get used until my first boss fight. So when you see me pick lethal and then pick for the revolver magnum, that is why. As I was saying with the pre-rendered cutscenes, I'm not quite sure how I feel on those, because, entering the elevator, did we really need a cutscene for that? I'm not quite sure, but maybe it's something to do with the way they designed it. It's just a weird design choice.
I'm not about to take any chances.
Lethal it is. But remember, they do have hostages, and I'd hate to see any of our people get caught in the crossfire. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open. High ceilings. So, if you want
Also,
something you
the
can
thing
use
here
from
actually
a
tells you what you're going to get, whereas the
close.
lethal, non-lethal, it doesn't tell you, and there's no way to really go back, which sort of stinks.
The closer the better, I think. That way I'll be sure they stay down.
You got it. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret,
I always do.
well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Pre-rendered cutscene here for flying to the clouds and landing. Yes, we get it. It's pretty and it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I would love to be playing the game right now. I really would. Unfortunately, the opening until about now very much so keeps you sort of in this linear corridor. Tutorial be tutorial, so I guess that's how it goes. And there we are in all of our augmented robotic glory. And actually, this is where I'm going to cut it off. We've gone through the entire tutorial, gotten set up for the first mission, know that the Typhoon is there, and we've got some anti-augment purists actually getting in our way. And that's what we're going to do for today. Thank you for joining us on Doominbottle Let's Plays. See you again. Cut!